video, we will introduce how to run our LV simulation. And after downloading all the files from the GitHub, you will see local Terra folder, which contains LV simulation, our main simulation written by Go, and also these two are files, which is for the RShiny part. So here I will show you how to run the Go simulation part directly. So let me first introduce all these files. So this folder contains our output files, which for each simulation we will generate a CVS file and also a GIF file here. And you can also generate those plots by our Python code. And here is the real data we collected. Here is for the test function. This is the data type we used in our simulation, and this file is the drawing functions for our GIFs and images, and these two are the Python files for drawing the plots, and this is the testing function. This is our main function part for the simulation. And this initialization Go file will initialize the ecosystem according to user input. And here's the main function. It will take user input parameters like number of species, population matrix, interaction matrix, and also the race slice. And now let's use this for our simulation. Firstly, you should enter this LV simulation folder, and then we do Go view and input our parameters. 3 is the number of species. These 3 number the population of our species, and this part is our interaction matrix, which is inputted by column, and this is our race slice for death and growth rate. Then you just need to hit return button. Simulation will run, and in our output file, we will generate a test CSV file, a test GIF file, and if you want to generate plots, you need to use this user input join Python code here. You just hit this and run. Then the plot is generated. Notice if you change the main function part here, like the output file name, I use test for default. If you change this, you will need also to change this in our Python code. So it was successfully joined. And that's all. This is how to directly run our Go simulation, but you can also use the RShiny app to do the simulation, to do the running. You just need to input the parameters or adjust them using bar. Here are some default matrix parameters we used and already generated results. In RShiny app, it's also already input.
I'm going to introduce the RShiny code part of the Lockable Terra simulation. You can find the RShiny files outside of the LV simulation folder, but in the Lockable Terra directory. First, in the UI file, it has a UI function that defines the action buttons, the panels, and the page setup. And in the server function, in the server file, we have an overall server function that includes the observe events for every button and reactive inputs that the user will manipulate on their UI end. And each function defines the events that will happen after the user clicks a button or inputs values into the UI. The run simulation function is called by the observe events, some of the observe events functions, and this basically runs the simulation and plots out the corresponding plot to the side panel, to the main panel. It also includes some notices to let the user know that the RShiny app is actively running. And each of the output plot is defined here. The code is thoroughly commented, and we suggest that you set your working directory to this directory, but it's not required because it's also included in the code. And you also need to install these packages prior to running. When you click Run App, this will take you to the local host and the web app. And this has already been shown. Each of the buttons will click and a simulation will run smoothly. You can also save the plots by clicking this button.
Hello, this is group 2, and I'm going to show you how to use our code for Writer-Fisher model. And first, please put your folder in the Go folder, SRC folder, and anywhere in the SRC folder. And in your Writer-Fisher folder, there are several file inside, and it should be have this 5, and this should be the output for your simulation. I can delete the first. And the first one is just for run the R code one by one, each line for each line. And the server R and UI R is for run the web app with the RShiny. And you also can access the code in the with the just with Go code for simulation. And there should be 4 file inside: function min.go and function test.go. So you can click min.go to start simulation. So after you click the min.go, please make sure you have this package before you run the Go code. So how to install this package? You can go to the github.com with this link to install the code, install the package. Also, you can use this command line in your terminal to install this package. And after that, you can start simulation. You can go build first, make sure your file paths are inside. And after go build, you can test the function with go test. And for the simulation, please click this, please use this code to start the simulation with Go. And the first number is the population size, second is selection coefficient, third is the start frequency for the dominant allele, and the fourth is the generation number and how many generation you are going to run, and the last one is the how many run times you are going to run. So you can use this code to start simulation, and you can see there are some output CSV files for your simulation. So this is the way that you are going to simulation only with the Go. So for the R part, you can click this one, the first Writer-Fisher, the R this file. So this one you can run output all the plots or the data sets one by line, one line by line. So if you only want to have one plot, you can use this folder, this file. So precisely, you can use the server.r or ur.r to start your RShiny app. So make sure you elaborate all the package before you start run the app. So you can elaborate all the package first. So if you do not have those packages, there should have a notice that you should install some package before you starting run. And if not, you can use those code to install the package. So after you install all package, make sure you are in the server.r or UI.r. Click run app. so you can run the simulation app. So you can adjust the value with the slide bar, and also you can click and run simulation. There are some CSV file for all the simulation results, and all the plots will display in the RShiny app. Also, you can click save all plots so that the all plot will save into your data file path. And if you have a large parameter to simulate, there take some times to display all the plot in your RShiny app. So you can click simulation without plotting. So these two CSV file will be appear in your folder, or like replace your old CSV file if you click the simulation without plotting again. So that was the code for Writer Fisher model in group 2 and how to use our code.